Sure. Hi, this is Vishal. I got into Helium a couple months ago where I started learning about it. And one of the things that I found really interesting, again, I have a day job, but what I was not able to do, uh, Helium had a great documentation, and I was able to kind of learn about the blockchain and how to get data out of it. So it was mainly started as a side project where I wanted to create something where I can connect to the blockchain data, do the API call and get the data back, display it, and kind of it evolved. And it was a fun project. So I talked to some of my friends, and it was like, yeah, this can go on as a good site. So I created this site. So basically, what I'm going to present today is a Helium Hiker sites where uh, you can just get some information about your hotspot rewards over a month. You can provide the dates as well. So I'll quickly get into the demo. So that's the first part. And then I also started working with Jamie on the DeVi to see if I can get access to the data so I can create some reports out of it. So I'll quickly go over that as well after my first demo of the Helium Hiker. So let me share my screen and quickly go over the site. Okay, so when you land on the page, I mean, it's very similar to like how Mylar used to be, but I don't have any sort of login page just yet. uh, so user cannot really track anything if they log in. It's just mainly a form where they enter a name and they will get the information about that particular hotspot. So let me just type in one that I have been using a lot for my testing. But one of the thing is either you leave it blank and it will provide you a lifetime rewards. If you keep the start date but don't fill in the end date, it will take today's date. But I'm just going to do it, let's say, for 2 weeks uh, in November. So what it will do is it will get the data from the Helium blockchain and kind of displays on a month. Well, I only picked the month, but I'll pick a different example later. But it's not supposed to happen. Let me try again.
Aren't demos fun?
Yep, absolutely. So let me try it again. I'm probably going to pick today's date as well. So it hopefully it should show you the rewards for that particular account split by months. So as we can see, October, November, and December, and we have the total for that time range. But one of the other cool thing I have here is that once you selected one hotspot, it will also gives you kind of a list of hotspots by cities, the state city, and number of hotspot in that location, and user can navigate in any of the hotspot they want. And again, it will still be with the same time range that they're selecting, and the data will be available there. So that's sort of my hotspot page where I have information about the hotspot HNT rewards for a particular time frame that user has mentioned, as well as the hotspots list for particular accounts. And user can navigate as many as they want. The date will not change at that point. If they want, they can go back to the homepage and change it. But then one of the other thing I have is again, this monthly page or the reward distributed by month is on the hotspot page. But if user just wants to know, like for let's say they pick a week and they just want to know what their reward has been for all the hotspot in their account by the city. So what I usually do is in that case, get the hotspot data, but this will be just a summary or the total for that time frame, and it will be displayed on the next page. Hopefully it should load up. So currently it's doing API calls directly, but one of the thing I'm working on is storing data locally so that way I'm able to fetch it very quickly. Uh, So yeah, this is the account page where it provides the total earnings for the time frame, as well as again very similar to what I had before on the side, but this just kinds of provide. So if you want to see for the Menlo Park, it will list out all the earnings for those city hotspots, and user can navigate through. One of the enhancement I was trying to make but haven't had a chance to do it yet is currently it just displays kind of one by one. I'm trying to make it responsive. Uh, uh, so in mobile, it's probably going still going to be like this, but if it is on a laptop, I would ideally would like to display like multiple in a row. So just sort of having more information in a same page. So that's kind of a project I've been working on for some time now on my as a side project on off hours. It's very straightforward if you say if you think about it, but it takes a lot of time and energy to put the data in a format that we want, as well as making all those calls and getting the data out.
Oh, absolutely. No, Vishal, this is very nice. And you said it scales well to mobile interface as well. Do you mind going through a little bit about the architecture and kind of the setup or design behind this?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it all started as like so by profession I am an analytic manager working in financial industry. So my work always has been around the SQL side of it, but I'm very interested in learning new programming language, and again Python was on my list for some time now. So I started learning Python, and for me the best use was I need to start creating something in order to learn the language. So over time, I started doing Python, and basically, I created like a lot of backend uh, code and functions already based on Python, so that I was displaying the information like on a terminal. And then uh, I wanted to show it on a UI, so I kind of just taken an extension from Python. So it's a Python Flask based UI right now. Um and I'm hosting it locally right now, but if there is a interest, I may think about putting it out on a cloud. But yeah, currently it's just locally hosted, running uh, Python Flask for a UI and Python as a backend. I am currently working on, but haven't had a chance to, is integrating some backend and caching through MongoDB. So I'm still working on it, but yeah, that's where I'm right now.
For those unfamiliar with Flask, can you just give, I mean, but may be familiar with Python, can you just give a quick kind of explanation of what Flask is and why someone would use that for rapid development?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Flask is a very lightweight web protocol where it's similar to like Django, as also there in Flask, but sorry, it's a Django, or let's say in many popular ones they have React and Node. So those are like providing the web server framework. Flask is such very similar, but it's very lightweight and you can customize it according to your need. So it's just an extension of Python created for web server. Flask on itself will not be able to host like website. It's more for a development. So I have done like a WSGI as a web server that hosts my Flask code, and then I'm exposing it through Nginx through outside.
Well, very cool. I posted a link into chat if anyone wants to take a look at this. And do you mind opening it up to Q&A if anyone has questions about the development or the implementation here?
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, just before I do that, right? So again, even from here, there are hyperlinks posted. So if anyone if user is an account page and they want to go look at the particular hotspot, they have an ability to do it from here. There are hyperlinks available there as well as if they just want to look at the overall for the Net Explorer. So they have a hyperlink to the Explorer as well. What I'm trying to do next is go to the one of the dashboard that I have created. But yeah, I can take any question on the Helium Hiker or the site that I've been doing.
Yeah. So this is Mike Boucher, Michelle. Where are you calling to get this information? Like, is there a blockchain server that has a public API and you're calling it and fetching it from there? How are you doing that?
Yeah, so that is correct. Helium has a public API where you can query the information and it will return the information. So, and very good documentation is available on the Helium developer site. So I can send out the link. But yeah, all the API calls are available or on the Helium
On
developer
it.
site.
Okay, thank you.